Good morning, everyone. It's me, Rhiannon. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today I thought we would sit down and have a little coffee together and maybe pull a few tarot cards for the week and then just chat about how overall the ways that you think, different habits that you hold in your life that you do every day make you a better witch. And I'm going to go over a few of mine that I have journaled down and kind of just chill and take a quiet, calm vibe to the start of this morning and just kind of go over some things that we think make us better witches or practitioners overall. I'm really excited to get into this. Let's start by lighting some incense and smudging my space. I've been really getting into this lately myself. This is one of my personal practices. We've been having a lot of activity happen in this house lately, and one of the main things that I really find are really important for me is to set sacred space as often as I can and as thoroughly as I can. So let's light some incense. I'm going to burn some dragon's blood sage as well as pull some cards for you guys for the week and just have like a little mini tarot reading for the general collective, and then we'll get into some of my daily habits that I find really help me become a better practitioner overall, as well as I will love to hear your guys' input on what you think really helps you become a better practitioner or a better person overall in your practice. Helps you grow, what helps you to be more present in your everyday life, both magically and mundane. Today's incense is a sandalwood that I got out of a Witch's Moon box a few years ago, and I'm absolutely in love with this brand. I wish I could find it outside of the Witch's Moon. And if you guys know where to find the incenses other than their website, I don't think they're carrying this one right now. Let me know. But it's definitely actually inspired me to get more into the craft part of the craft and inspired me to start making my own incenses. So I'm really excited for that. Hopefully I'll have a video for you guys pretty soon all about how to make your own incense sticks and incense cones, and yeah, I'll be updating my shop with them pretty soon too, which is super exciting. So I can't wait to put that in my shop. It's something that everyone has been really asking for quite often. So now that the mood is all yummy and chill, let's get into the video. This is one of my more favorite sage bundles that I've gotten. It's covered in a dragon's blood resin. It's from a local shop called, I can't remember the name. I'll insert the name here. But they're amazing. They have lots of really excellent tools. And this one's really convenient for me because for me, I have not been able to find actual dragon's blood resin for the life of me that I trust from a trusted source. So if you guys know where to find that, definitely let me know, and I would love to get your resources for that because I would like to include it in some of my oils very soon and hopefully put it up in my shop. But I would like to find a trusted vendor that I can rely on. So if you guys know where to get dragon's blood incense that are, or dragon's blood resin that is not from Amazon, please let me know. I would like to get a trusted vendor that I can get my supply from. So 5 habits that make me a better witch. Number 1 is spending time at my altar as much as I possibly can daily with a cup of coffee in hand and just lighting a few incense and some candles and just being mindful with my morning cup of coffee at my altar and just saying good morning to my deities and pulling a few tarot cards. This is something that has been part of my daily practice for a very long time, and I don't do it every day, but for the majority of the time, when I have the time to do it, I do it daily. And it's something that is probably one of my more favorite parts of my practice, is to just sit there and to get in tune with myself for the day, see the vibes that are going on for myself and in my family, and just pull a few cards for myself for the day or the week and just vibe with the energies and see if there are any spells that I want to work on that week, do some journaling, any type of affirmation work that I want to do. I actually really love doing scripting right after as well when I have the solid chunk of time to do that. Those are my more favorite practices, is just sitting down and having my coffee with my deities, maybe offering some coffee to my ancestors or to my deities, or some tea, and maybe even a water libation, and just spending time there and being thankful and showing gratitude to them. That's one of my more favorite parts of getting up in the morning, and what really motivates me to get up in the morning. Number 2 is spending time learning about new herbs as much as I possibly can. As a future herbalist and someone who's currently studying herbalism online, I find it so fascinating to just dive down the rabbit hole of herbs and their folklore and their legends and see how they tie into the culture. It's super fun for me, and then it really helps me to expand my herbal knowledge every day, just pulling out my handbook and just reading about a new book and then diving deep into it, or watching YouTube videos about a new herb that I haven't used in my practice yet is really fun for me, and just helps me learn and grow and inspires me to try new tinctures or new salves or something altogether new, like a total new recipe. Like this summer, I'm really inspired to try a violet simple syrup recipe that I saw on the Green Witches channel. It looks beautiful, and I'm definitely wanting to try it out and film it and put it on the YouTube channel here for you guys to see how it turned out for me, and kind of like a video response to her, and see how I enjoy it on the food that we have in the home. I really want to start implementing more food and kitchen magic into my practices. And number 3 is doing some sort of divination. My most favorite is pulling the tarot, but it could be something as simple as scrying in the clouds or reading tea leaves. That is something also that is really fun for me to do when I have time later in the evening when it's quieter and there's not much to do. It's just sit down and really focus on a cup of tea and a loose leaf brand that I'm trying, and then read the leaves afterwards and see what I can come up with. This card just flew out at us today, so this is card number 1 in my card pull today. And I'm just going to pull 2 more to see an overarching theme. Let's see. I have a lot of flying cards today. So, what's this one? The Knight of Cups reversed came out. So we have the 7 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and let's pull another one for the general collective. Okay, so we had 3 cards fly out today, which is super fun. I like when they do that. And then this one was the one of Wands, or the Knight or the Knave of Wands. I'll have to check my deck. I'm still learning. These are a little bit different than the regular tarot. So he was reversed. I find doing any type of divination, whether it's scrying in a dark surface or scrying in the clouds or in some type of tea, is a beautiful practice, and it's something that can really help you channel messages where you may not have thought that you can pull divinity from. It really helps you to connect to yourself and really focus in and make it more part of like a living practice, like a daily living practice. And that's more what I want my practice to be, is much like in Celtic paganism and witchcraft, it is a daily practice. They focused on these things daily when they were crafting their bread and when they were making their meals for their family. It was their intention that they put into everything that they did made it magical for them. And it's something, for me, I find much more powerful, where you're constantly doing something with intent. It's something that can kind of compound and build over time and allows you to make a more powerful impact than if you were to just do like a one candle spell or like a one-off like sigil burning. It's something that really helps to build and compound over time. So the more you do it, the more powerful it becomes. So I guess in essence you would say my entire life is a spell, and I treat it as such. So I find it an awesome opportunity just to take everyday instances in life and just make something creative out of it. Number 4 for me is doing yoga. Now this is something that I've fallen to the wayside a little bit, but I'm really picking back up again because I'm starting to feel the effects of not doing yoga and what that feels like for my body. And for myself, when I was really pretty regular with yoga, it really helped me feel more energized and gave me a good workout for my body and helped open up the energy inside of my body, so the energy flows better and then the magic flows better. So for me, it's really helpful for the mental benefits that it has, and giving you more mental clarity and mental health standpoint of it is really helpful. But also it really helps just the overall physicality of your body, really helps to flow better and you're feeling healthier and stronger. And it also just helps strengthen your magic and your workings because your mind's clearer, your body is in alignment, and your energy's flowing better, and you're better able to bring into fruition what you are asking of the universe with your energy flow. So overall, I think starting yoga and being more in practice with it really helps me to become a better practitioner, and overall helps me to become a better witch. And my last daily habit that I thoroughly love the most is meditation. This is probably the epitome of what made me an awesome practitioner, a very strong practitioner. If you are brand new to witchcraft or alchemy or whatever you may want to call it, doing meditation really helps you to build a solidified foundation for yourself. So it really helps you to open up your overall psychic senses and abilities, and it also helps you to listen internally and build an internal world for yourself where you can do your shadow work, and it helps you to eventually, if you want to, reach the astral planes. And it's really a gateway to so many different things in witchcraft practice that you may want to do eventually that are more advanced. So being able to quiet the mind or focus on the thoughts that are flying around and recognize them and then let them go for a moment and then bring that silence into yourself is really invaluable. I started meditation when I was, I think, 15. I was dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety as a child, and as many of us do, and I found it really hard to relate to other kids my age. I had a lot of friends who were much older than me, and for the most part I hung out with older people because I was raised by my grandparents, and I liked that maturity, and I liked being treated as an adult and not fooling around and being frivolous like a child. I was always I was always like told I was an old soul and I was more mature for my age. And I was finding it really hard to relate to other kids, and I just got overly stressed one day, and I just kind of just shut the world out, and I went to my room and I sat on the floor and I just spaced out. And on the outside, it may have looked like I was having some type of nervous breakdown because I was quiet for hours and I just sat there. But for me internally, I was in peace. I was in a centered state where there was nothing but peace and tranquility and balance. And just my body being able to do that for myself with never before practicing meditation, being able to, in a time of need, help me to get into a state of flow and peace was really amazing and magical to me. And what really helped to launch a lot of what eventually became my witchcraft practice and me exploring witchcraft and occultism. I wanted to know what this was. I didn't even know what meditation was, but I just knew that it made me feel at peace and like myself again, where the constant chatter in my brain was not drowning out everything around me, and the constant chatter around me was not drowning out everything within me that I wanted to pay attention to. So for me, it's the most valuable part of my practice, and I highly recommend, if you've not tried meditation, to definitely start small, start with 5-10 minutes a day, and try different forms of meditation. There are many different types of meditation. There's a sit down, like silent meditation, that was my first one that I did. And then there's like a walking meditation. Yoga could be considered meditation if it gets you into that state of flow. You can do like walking maze meditations. Some cities have that as well, where you walk the maze, and by the time you get to the circle, you're just focusing on your rhythm of your steps and your breathing. And then by the time you get to your circle, the meditation is at its like peak. So that's a really cool way to do it as well. And just explore different ways to do it. There's guided meditations. I actually offer a lot of those services on my website. I am a certified meditation instructor. I can create and guide people through meditations. So I do offer that as a service that you can download my previously recorded meditations on my website pretty soon. That's coming up really soon. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments box below that you're excited for the guided meditations, and then I can let you guys know as soon as that is launched when you can benefit from that. I do have a few free ones on YouTube right now in my meditations playlist. However, the quality is not as good. Now that I have better equipment, I'm going to re-record those and launch those from my website, so they're not always going to be on YouTube. So while you're able to, check them out, and then if you are enjoying the style of my writing and my guiding of my meditations, then you can book a guided meditation session with me, and I can guide you through meditation live, or we can do a consultation and I can work a physical meditation for you, record it, and send it to you. So that's one of my services that I do offer, and I'm going to be launching on my website very soon, and I'm really excited about it. And let me know down in the comments below, have you guys tried different types of meditations, and what did you experience from them? What was your favorite type of meditation to try? For myself, I really like the guided meditation where you're visualizing, but a lot of people can't visualize, so there are different ways to go about that as well. Are you a person that can visualize, or are you a person that has a little bit more trouble with it? I would love to know all of that down in the comments below. Let me know what makes you a better practitioner of witchcraft, or a better practitioner of magic or alchemy, whatever you may want to call it. There's so many different names out in the universe, but let me know what makes you feel like you are a better practitioner in your magical practices. all of that down in the comments down below, and I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright guys, so for the collective, I pulled 3 cards this week, and the first card that flew out was the 7 of Pentacles. Now this card reminds me of taking a pause and reflection. So definitely your abundance or whatever you're hoping to manifest is coming, but you first must take a pause and see if there's any blockages that are standing in your way. Immediately we had 2 reverse cards come out, and they all flew out on their own, which is really fun when they do that. So this one is the Cups reversed. So the reverse Knight of Cups usually represents somebody who's overly romantic, usually in approach to life or their relationships, and is disconnected from reality. So you might need to take time to reflect and ground on what is important to you and how you can better access your manifestations. So I would ground and reconnect to reality and what is possible for you in the moment right now. And then the last one that flew out was the Ace of Wands reversed as well. So 2 reverse cards right next to each other. We're seeing a lot of disconnect here. So this one can suggest that you're finding difficulty in defining your purpose or what you want to do with life, or finding difficulty being creative or defining what you want to create. So I would definitely sit down, do some meditation this week or some journaling, maybe some automatic writing, and I would pause and reflect over what it is that you really want to have manifest. And then also be real with yourself about what do you really think is possible for yourself in this moment. There's nothing wrong with wanting to, shoot for the stars, but for this current moment, what is possible to happen right now that can open other avenues for you? So come back down to reality and see what is available to you, because you might be blocking your manifestation from coming into reality because you're being unrealistic with how it might show up for you. There's different ways of being delivered, but if you want a specific way and that's not possible, the universe is not going to be able to deliver that to you. And then the Knave of Wands or the Ace of Wands definitely seems like you're just struggling to find your purpose or to define your creativity. So when the Knave of Wands is reversed, you definitely want to try to reconnect to your creativity. Sometimes for me, going for a run or doing something completely uncreative will help me to connect to my creative side, or, just watching things that are inspiring to you. Watch interviews that are inspiring to you. I feel that would be really helpful. Or watching YouTube videos on the people that you really enjoy. Sometimes seeing people who are doing things in a different way can help inspire you to change things up. Maybe just be more authentic with yourself is all that's really necessarily needed, is to just be authentic, and that's different enough for somebody to feel connected to you and to want to either subscribe to your channel or to want to have their business serviced by you, or they want to feel connected. I feel like I'm channeling some type of authenticity that is missing here, and I think that's the major key point here, is being authentic to yourself, and usually that is enough to help whatever you are wanting, whether it's for more business, more customers to come flowing through, for more money and more freedom, personally or financially, or creatively, is just to be more authentic to yourself, and your personal style will shine through. It'll outshine everything. People can tell when you're not being real or genuine. So I definitely think it's super important to take a pause and be real with yourself. Have a reality check. Sometimes we need to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. It's super true. And then, just try to reconnect to your creativity and see if you can spark anything for yourself. Do some journaling, do some type of different art form that's different for you. Listen to music, try to draw things. If you're an artist, draw things in a different way than you would normally do it. Try a different style and see if you can make something your own. With all that being said, I love you guys so, so very much, and I'll see you guys in my next video next week. And just a side note, hopefully I'll be able to start posting several times a week. I was thinking about posting every Wednesday for my instructional and educational videos on witchcraft and paganism, but then do a little bit more fun videos like our tag videos or just my rambling thoughts throughout the week about the craft and paganism, and kind of share those whenever I'm able to. So let me know what days you'd like to see those types of videos down below. I really enjoy and value your guys' input, and yeah, so you can expect up to 1 to 2 videos a week from me, maybe sometimes a little bit more depending on how creative I'm feeling. And yeah, we will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, stay witchy.